Hey, what's up? It's DJ Mac, and right now we're going to learn how to get our songs from Serato, Tractor, Rekordbox, all that stuff into our external drive to make it work on our Denon devices, like our SC5000 and Prime 4 and all whatever they have out right now. So I had an issue, and that's why I'm making this video. But I just couldn't for the life of me get the right songs that had the right cue points onto my drive and get all of my songs on there as well. So I kept telling Denon, you guys got to fix this, blah blah blah. But me, I just couldn't sit there and just wait for them to reply back. I just had to figure out myself. So here's what I did: just messing around, watching different tutorials, and I just kind of pretty much took the best out of every tutorial that I watched, and this is what I created. And I actually figured everything out. There is kind of a bug, just letting you know, in the version, which is version 134, which is the one that is out at the shooting of this video. But the problem is, or the bug, is basically every time you import any of the playlists from, it could be Serato, Tractor, Rekordbox, every time you import, right, into their playlist, into Engine's playlist, there's a lot of songs missing, like right away. For instance, I'm going to import, sorry about that. I'm going to import this Halloween folder that has 32 songs in there, right? And there's also, keep in mind, there's also a missing track in here. So I'm going to end up having 31 tracks by the time it gets over to my external device. So I have 32 tracks in here, and I want to get those tracks and that playlist inside of my external device, which I have plugged in here. The external device is called Denon Test. That's what I named it. So we want to get that into the that playlist into the drive and have everything just work fine. So like I said, the problem is when I imported that playlist into Engine's playlist, which is over here. This is typically how they say you have to do it. You have to import into their their collection and their playlist, and then you export out of theirs into your thumb drive or whatever, and that's how it works. Well, the problem is, when I go to Halloween, look at that, there's 13 tracks. Why is there 13? That means, I have another half of my tracks missing. You know what I mean? So, pretty much, I was very confused at this point. I'm like, what's going on here? Even my other tracks here, like I had a James Brown playlist, a Jewish playlist, Jewish songs in there, Jackson 5, all of that was just all missing. I'm just like, what is going on? It's just not making any sense. Why is it losing my songs? So that's kind of the glitch in there. I don't know what's going on with that, but I figured out what I had to do. So what I did was, like I said, I have my Halloween playlist here, and what I did was I went over to my Halloween playlist, and I still imported it, right? And I went over into playlist and just dragged it into playlist. So I just dragged the Halloween playlist into my thumb drive playlist. So it already did its thing. It wasn't much tracks in there. It was 13. And then I was like, there's still 13 in there. So what I did was I deleted everything that's in there. Alright, let me show you why. Or I just cleared it. Go to remove from playlist. Now there's nothing in there. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? So you got to go back to Rekordbox or Serato, Tractor, whichever you're using, and you go to 32, right? You go to the Halloween playlist that has all your tracks in there, and you just highlight all of them. You just drag them in to this Halloween one, which is the one that's in your external drive. And it's doing this thing right now. It's loading. It's packing it. And bam. Alright, so Now this only happens, it's just saying pack and failed because there was like one or two tracks, or there was missing tracks, right? You just hit OK, but before you hit OK, it tells you where your missing track is. It kind of like puts it into another missing tracks folder, so you can always go back to it and find out like where it is. So I'm gonna show you how to do that in a second, but right now you can hit OK. It's in job 38, so keep that in mind. You hit OK, and all your stuff is there, right? Bam. Excluding this last one right here, which is it's called Somebody's Watching Me. So what I do, right, is I go over to the collection of Engine, and I go over to the missing tracks, and it was packing job 38, right? And it's the Somebody's Watching Me. There it is right there. Now what I do to actually go find that track is I have directory, and what it's basically saying right here, if this is not here, just right click and then just find directory, bam, and it's saying that it's in my Macintosh drive, or it was supposed to be in my Macintosh drive, but the problem is it's not there anymore. And I know that because I used to have this track on my desktop, which is right here. It says right there it was on my desktop in a folder called DJ Mac, but it's no longer there. So all you really have to do, right, I just go back to my Halloween playlist, and what you're going to do is you're actually just going to look for that song, and go to Finder. I've already actually searched for it. Somebody's Watching Me, and it's a Jordan Cripps remix, and then I can literally just drag that into there, and there it is right there. Boom, good to go. And it's actually gonna do its thing and load up. But pretty much that's it right there. If it isn't this one, you can just search for the others, and maybe another version that has cue points in there. So if it's not that one, you can just search on your drive to find out if it's the one that has your cue points in there. But other than that, that's pretty much how you get all your songs. And so you just kind of repeat that process. You just go back to your drive, to your playlist, like Rekordbox playlist. You choose another playlist, right click it, and then the reason mine is shaded out because I already did it, but you just click import as playlist. It imports into here, and that one was my instrumentals. And I go and I look for instrumentals. There's 48 in there. There should be more than 48, right? But I don't panic, and I just literally just drag that into my playlist. It's going to start to look for it here in the job monitor. Just click that so you can see what's going on. And then again, once it's in there, you're going to go back to Rekordbox or whichever software you're using, right? If it's Serato, you go Serato, and just click on the actual playlist, in Serato, highlight all of them, and then, for instance, I'm in instrumentals, highlight all of them and drag them into instrumentals. But don't forget to clear this playlist first, right? Delete these first. I shouldn't say delete, but just removing them, and then go back to instrumentals, and then just drag them into there, and it's going to start to populate. Alright, so depending on how big your playlist, it'll take a while, and how fast your computer is, whatever, read write speed. But that's it. You just keep doing that. I know there's definitely a faster way in terms of like they can just, Denon could just simply just do like a bulk type thing, just like how Rekordbox does it. But they're not at that stage yet. They're almost there, but not there yet. But for now, this is pretty much how you got to do it. It'll work. It'll take a while, but it will work. So hope that helped, and I'm out. If you have any questions, let me know. I've kind of been through it all, so there's no dumb questions. All right, take care and be safe.